In 1940, a black woman walked onto a Hollywood stage and made history. She won an Academy Award, the first black person ever to do so. But that night, she wasn't allowed to sit with her co-stars. She wasn't allowed to attend the after-party. And when she died, Hollywood wouldn't even let her be buried in the cemetery where every other movie star rests. Her name was Hattie McDaniel. This is the story Hollywood tried to bury with her. Welcome to Legends Untold, the channel that tells the whole story of Black history. I'm your host, and today we're going to walk through the life, the triumph, and the betrayal of one of the most important and most erased figures in American cinema. If you appreciate stories that history forgot, do me a favor, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and let's begin. Hattie McDaniel was born in 1893 in Wichita, Kansas, the 13th child of two formerly enslaved parents. Her father had fought in the Union Army during the Civil War and came home to a country that still didn't see him as a full citizen. But Hattie had a voice. By the time she was a teenager, she was performing on stage. By her 20s, she was one of the first black women in America to sing on commercial radio. By the 1930s, she had moved to Hollywood, and she was hungry. She washed dishes. She worked as a maid. She took any role she could get, even roles that asked her to play the maid. She was once asked why she accepted those parts. Her answer became legendary. She said, "I'd rather play a maid than be one." In 1939, the biggest film in Hollywood history was about to be released. Gone with the Wind, based on the best-selling novel of the same name. Hattie was cast as Mammy, the head house servant of the O'Hara plantation. It was a stereotype role, a role rooted in the ugliest parts of America's romanticized lie about the Old South. And yet, Hattie took that part, and she did something nobody expected. She turned it into a performance of such depth, such command, such humanity, that she stole the entire film. Critics couldn't ignore her. Even in 1939, even in segregated America, they had to admit, this woman was magnificent. The film premiered in Atlanta on December 15th, 1939. It was the social event of the year. Searchlights, movie stars, tens of thousands lining the streets. But Hattie McDaniel wasn't there. Why? Because Georgia was a segregated state. Black actors were not permitted at the premiere, even though the entire film took place on a southern plantation with black characters at its center. The studio sent Hattie a telegram, apologizing. Clark Gable, her co-star, was so furious, he threatened to boycott the premiere himself. Hattie talked him out of it. She told him to go, to represent the film, that her time would come. She had no idea how right she was. February 29th, 1940, the 12th Academy Awards, held at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles, at a venue with a strict "no blacks" policy. The producer of Gone with the Wind had to beg the hotel to make an exception, just for Hattie. And the ambassador? They said yes, but with conditions. She would be allowed inside, but she would not sit with her castmates. She would sit at a small table against the back wall with her escort, far from the white movie stars she had worked alongside for 2 years. When the Best Supporting Actress category was announced and her name was called, Hattie McDaniel had to walk from the back of the room, past every white face in Hollywood, to the stage. She got up, she walked, and she gave a speech that history has never forgotten. She said, and I quote, "I sincerely hope I shall always be a credit to my race and to the motion picture industry." She cried as she said it, and then she walked back to her segregated table at the back of the room. She had just become the first black person in history to win an Academy Award, and Hollywood celebrated her at arm's length. You would think that an Oscar would open every door. It didn't. After Gone with the Wind, Hattie expected better roles, bigger roles. She was an Academy Award winner now. By every measure of the industry, she had earned it. Instead, Hollywood kept casting her as the maid, over and over and over again. She made 74 films in her career. In nearly all of them, she played a servant. Critics began attacking her. Black newspapers, particularly the NAACP, accused her of accepting roles that demeaned the race. Her response was sharp. She said, "I have never apologized for the roles I play. The producers won't give us anything else." She wasn't wrong. Hollywood would not write black women as anything but servants. And Hattie had bills to pay, a career to protect. Then, in 1945, she bought a beautiful home in West Adams Heights, Los Angeles, a wealthy white neighborhood. Her white neighbors, actors, executives, doctors, they sued her. They tried to use a racial covenant to force her and every other black homeowner out. The case went to the California Supreme Court. Hattie won. It became one of the most important fair housing victories in American history. But the cost was enormous. The legal fees, the stress, the exhaustion. She was a Hollywood star, and she was fighting just to live in her own house. Hattie McDaniel was diagnosed with breast cancer in 1952. She died on October 26th of that year. She was 59 years old. Her dying wish was to be buried in Hollywood Forever Cemetery, the resting place of Rudolph Valentino, of Cecil B. DeMille, of the greatest names in Hollywood history. But Hollywood Forever had a policy you may have already guessed. No blacks. The cemetery refused her. The woman who had won Hollywood its Oscar, the first black person ever to do so, could not be buried with her industry peers. She was buried instead at Rosedale Cemetery in a segregated section. In 1999, decades after her death, Hollywood Forever, under new ownership, offered to move her body and give her a place of honor. Her family said no. They said she was at peace where she was, but they accepted a memorial, a beautiful pink and gray granite stone that stands today at Hollywood Forever, honoring the woman the cemetery once refused. It says, "Aunt Hattie, you are a credit to your craft, your race, and to your family." There is one more thing about Hattie McDaniel's story that almost no one knows. When she died, she left her Oscar to Howard University, a historically black college, a school she believed in, a school she wanted the next generation of black artists to be inspired by. For years, that Oscar sat in a glass case at Howard. Students would stop, look at it, touch the glass, imagine themselves on that stage, and then, sometime in the 1960s, during the Civil Rights Movement, the Oscar disappeared. Stolen, hidden, lost in a move? No one knows. To this day, the Academy Award given to the first black actress in history is missing. Howard has searched. The Academy has searched. There are theories. There are rumors. There is no Oscar. In 2007, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences presented Howard University with a replacement. But the original, the one Hattie held in her hands that February night in 1940, gone. Here is what I want you to remember about Hattie McDaniel. She lived in a country that told her, every single day, that she was less worthy, less talented, less human. And she walked into the rooms that did not want her. She sang in the studios that did not want her. She acted in the films that demanded she play less than she was. She bought the house her neighbors did not want her to live in. She won the award the venue did not want her to receive. She did not wait for permission. She took every door Hollywood would crack open, and she pushed it wide. Every black actor who has won an Oscar since, Halle Berry, Denzel Washington, Lupita Nyong'o, Mahershala Ali, Divine Joy Randolph, every single one of them, walked through the door Hattie McDaniel kicked open in 1940. When you hear her name, do not just think about the role she played. Think about what she carried. Think about what it cost her. Think about a woman who knew exactly what Hollywood was and made Hollywood see her anyway. That is Hattie McDaniel. That is a legend. And this is the kind of story we are going to tell on this channel. Every Tuesday, every Friday. If this hit you, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, drop a comment with the name of a Black legend you want me to cover next, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. I'm signing off, but I'll see you Tuesday with another story history tried to bury. Until then, rest in power, Hattie McDaniel. You are not forgotten. Legends Untold, the whole story of Black history. New videos Tuesdays and Fridays. Visit the museum at legendsdigitalmuseum.org.